It's Wednesdays Alive with Bro. It's a Wednesdays Alive with Bro. It's Wednesdays Live with Bro. But Wednesdays Live with Bro. Hey, it's a Wednesdays Live with Bro. It's Wednesdays Live with Bro. It's Wednesdays Live with Bro. And it's Wednesdays Live with Bro. But it's a Wednesdays Live with Ro. It's Wednesdays Live with Ro. Come on. Wednesdays Live with Ro. Wednesdays Live with Ro. Hey, it's a Wednesdays Live with Ro. It's Wednesdays Live with Ro. And it's Wednesdays Live with Ro. Hello. It's Wednesdays Live with Ro. What's up? It's a Wednesdays Live with Ro. It's Wednesdays Live with Ro. Hello. It's Wednesdays Live with Ro. And Wednesdays Live with Ro. Hey, it's Wednesdays Live with Ro. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. You are tuned into Wednesdays Live with Rowzina. It is Wednesday, May the 4th. I kept saying, May the 4th be with you today, and only one of my students got it, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. Shout out to my big sis. Happy birthday, sis. I hope your birthday was as awesome and as wonderful as you are. One of my most uh, active listeners, consistent listeners, tune-ins, tune-ees, however you want to say it. I appreciate you. Pray your birthday was just as great as you are. Got something coming for you. No worries. I'll get with you as soon as my schedule permits. Um, but real talk, how's everybody doing? Pray everybody is doing well and all that wonderful, wonderful good stuff. We out here. Oh, you are so welcome. We out here in these tired streets. It is Teacher Appreciation Week. And I pray that everybody's out here being a blessing to an educator, to an administrator, to anybody who has an impact or effect on your child's educational career. School year is among us. We're winding down, getting things ready for next year, for the summer and all that good stuff. Shout out to the administrative team at in the district that the school, rather middle school that I work at, been hooking us up since Monday. I was blessed with something today from one of my students. Appreciate it so much. Um, it's been a great week. I totally been a great week. Yeah, definitely overslept this morning. Woke up at 6 o'clock, turned off both alarms because I forgot I had the alarm on both devices. So I have something waking me up in two directions, and somehow turned off both alarms, turned over, and went back to sleep. By the time I woke up, it was after time for me to catch the first ride, so I had to figure out another ride. And then that ride didn't. I was just late. I'm not usually late, but I was late. But I made it, and I was tired, but I made it. Definitely made it. Had a successful day. Let the kids chill. It was a half day. We didn't do too much of too much. Um, and then tomorrow is my last day for my eighth graders. Make sure it's a chill day for them, as long as they're behaving, of course. And yeah, so Teacher Appreciation Week this week. Definitely overslept this morning, but we made it anyhow. Bless the Lord. Um, what else did I? Teacher Appreciation Week. And oh, okay. So I also put on here conquering ITP. I'm gonna get my testimony real quick. I'm going to bed. About 8 years ago, I want to say between 18 years ago, 8 years ago, I believe. Around this time, I was in the hospital. Ended up in the hospital for about 4 or 5 days. Oxygen level was depleted in my bloodstream. Um, my platelets at the time were beating each other up. Iron level was so low. It was bad. Enemy thought he was gonna have the upper hand and could do things and do what he wanted to do, and thought he was going to be able to have the victory over my body and over my life. And little did he know that I serve a God who heals, a God who strengthens, a God who comes through right in and on time. And although at that moment, for those days, my body may have been down, the God that I serve was still up. He looks high, looks low, all that good stuff. So made it to the hospital just in time, because if I wouldn't have made it when I made it to the hospital, I called my friend who came to pick me up. None of my friends were available, bless the Lord, at the time, who I was dealing with at the time, to take me to the hospital. Some people didn't think I was sick. Some people didn't want to be bothered. Some people couldn't be bothered with dropping what they were doing to see the severity of how I was feeling. It didn't matter. It didn't matter to them. Called someone I hadn't spoke to in such a long time. Basically told them what was going on. I was living in Levine at the time. They were living in Tempe. Depending on traffic, that could be between a 15 and 30-minute drive. Baby girl made it to my house in approximately 10 minutes. Don't know how she can get pulled over. Made it to me. I could barely get down the stairs, could barely get out the house to get to the car. But I made it to the car. She got me to the hospital, stayed with me as long as she could, and made sure I was good. Every time I had went to the doctor prior to this moment, everybody just kept saying it was stress. Kept saying you were stressed, kept saying I was stressed, kept saying I just need to take it easy. No one thought every time I went to the doctor to just check my blood levels. My anemia hadn't been bothering me too bad. So not my doctors didn't know to like look for that. So by the time I got to this hospital and they drew my blood, the phlebotomist told them that they needed to do it again. She should not be allowed to draw her blood again. Scared the people half to death. Using the bathroom, legs giving way, could barely walk. It was a lot. Took my blood again and came to the conclusion that she needs to get to a specialist and get to a specialist now. They transferred me from the hospital. She ended up taking me to hospital in Tempe, which drove us back another minutes, and then ended up taking me. They transferred me in the ambulance to Mesa to get me to the specialist, the hematologist. So basically, long story short, in the hospital, got through the first day. They gave me platelet transfusions, blood transfusions, iron infusions to get my blood back to where it needed to be, to get me regulated, put me on steroids to help out with all the regulations, help my platelets get their life back together so they would stop beating each other up. And I was in the hospital, like I said, for a good 45 days, was out of commission, wasn't able to make it to church, wasn't able to go on with my normal day-to-day duties. I was actually out of commission. Shocked a lot of people that I wasn't able to do what I normally do. It was kind of weird that I wasn't able to do it, but I needed the break. My body was like, no, you've done enough, you've been going enough, sit down somewhere. I was in the hospital, like I said, started putting scriptures all over the room, writing them down, hanging them up in various places. One of the nurses, I love your quotes. They're so wonderful. Ma'am, these are scriptures, but thank you so much. God bless you. um, but I was determined to get better, determined to trust the God that I serve, determined to be victorious and show the enemy just the kind of God that I serve. And I'm still alive today, all these years later, with the testimony that I still do not like hospitals. But to God be the glory for all those wonderful workers in the ICU who took care of me, who made sure I was good, who made sure I had everything I need, who popped their head in my room to see uh, the miracle, as they called it, because of how low my oxygen in my blood was. A lot of them came in and kept telling me I shouldn't have even been alive. Hoobah. But it was nothing, Jesus, but the grace of God that I was able to even be there, be a testimony, be a testament to the goodness of God, His healing power, and knowing Him in that capacity. So I still stand here today, victorious, conquering this good thing called ITP. If you don't know what it is, look it up. It's a really long word. ITP are the abbreviations. But my platelets are fine. My hemoglobin levels have been great. Still working on my anemia. Been anemic since I was a kid, but everything else has fallen into place, and I thank God that because of Him, I'm able to keep going, keep living, keep breathing in spite of the enemy's tactics. I will always be victorious. And I'm so grateful for that. So we're talking about Teacher Appreciation Week, talking about me oversleeping this morning, talking about my testimony and how I know God to be a healer, and I'm grateful for still being alive and still being able to do what it is He has called me to do in the best way that I know how, in spite of what the enemy thought. God is good, and when He wants to get your attention, He does so however He needs to, and shows up just to prove who and what He is in our lives. Listen, I'm about to get out of here, get myself ready for bed and ready for work tomorrow. I appreciate you all for tuning in. I'll be back Saturday. I'm at 5 p.m. for worship in the Word. Come hang out with me over at Kingdom House of Worship here on Facebook. I'll be on YouTube on my YouTube channel as well. Next week we'll be back at Wednesday at 8 p.m. Arizona time for Wednesday's live with Rowzina. Come chat with me. Share it with somebody. Let somebody know that you tuned in. Appreciate you all. Hope you have a wonderful evening. Listen, make the rest of this week a great one simply because you said so. Love you. Have a good night.